it's all volcanic, basically. Almost everything there has been created by volcanoes and glaciers. And so you have all this beautiful uplift where columnar basalt is created and then like everything wears away and it's left there and it's kind of like hanging teeth almost, like some medieval castle. And that's what's so weird is that when you're there, you're walking through this landscape. It's one of the youngest on Earth and you feel it. Like you feel that intimacy, that closeness with it.
So in the wake of that cycling experience, like how does that change or inform your worldview or like how you think about the creative process?
You know what's so interesting was I as much as it was just amazing to do and experience, sharing it was so valuable and showing people that like I come from relatively no experience. I'm not a gifted, cyclist in any regard. I'm not I mean, if anything, I've learned how to take a photograph and make a film, but to be able to kind of understand and share with people that in order to truly know a place and experience it, you have to subject yourself to it in some way. You have to be willing to. And I think that experience of sharing the story of the race, of the training, of all those things, and my commitment to place, my commitment to experience. I mean, I will sum all that up as like, I didn't ride a bike to get exercise. I didn't ride a bike to stay up for 66 hours or to burn 35,000 calories. I rode a bike because I wanted to know what it felt like to be so insignificant in an environment that I love and to feel so small and to remind myself of what that's like, because that's what it felt like the first time I was there. And so we look for opportunities to do that in our life. And I'm not saying the bar needs to constantly be raised and the risk needs to constantly be elevated, but I do feel like there's moments in your life when you realize like the time is now, like there's never going to be another window. And I think what I hope people kind of can understand from that is like, I turned down work to do that. Learning to say no is really learning to say yes to what you want. And as somebody who has been a yes man their whole life, because I was raised by a mom and my dad who basically like super blue collar and any work that came was good. And I still witnessed that hard work ethic today. Like saying no to work was not even on my radar. So to realize that I've gotten to this place in my career where I have the ability to maybe say no to something in order to give myself to something I really want was a really beautiful experience. And that's where I just felt like the real learning happened and occurred, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think that comes part and parcel with success. The drive to advance your craft requires saying yes to so much. That's part of what it means to build a career, like just doing stuff for free, always being available and all of that. And then you reach a certain inflection point and you can't do that anymore. That will bury you, right? So you have to develop these boundaries and learn how to say no to things and develop that sense of clarity about what's most important.
And that's the part nobody teaches you. Nobody teaches you how to say no. I mean, everything, all the workshops out there and everything are like how to say yes, how to, and how to be more efficient. But that's been the hardest thing is like realizing that statement, like saying no is saying yes to what you want. And I said yes to something I wanted, and it gave me a beautiful gift, and it gave me a sense of pride and a sense of that. And I think this is what it comes back to is we're looking for validation in everything we do. That's the world. That's like growing up in 2020 is social media is just a sense of validation in everything we do. And so, well, you can share something and have millions of people like it and this and that. I have to remind myself, okay, real validation doesn't come from an app. It doesn't come from people that don't truly know you. I think it comes from making somebody proud, feeling love, feeling that intimacy, feeling that connection to place, feeling that connection to story. And maybe in some ways riding your bike 850 miles around the country, feeling some sense of greater purpose, that, you worked for this and you achieved this. That's something I feel like I'm constantly searching for in my life in different ways.
Well, there's a fidelity to your value system. Like I look at that bike race as a close cousin to the decision to get into a VW van and go up and down the coast. Like these are not unrelated, inspirations, right? It's a way of recapturing the innocence of that experience by putting yourself in an environment that's unfamiliar to you, and the learning that comes, and the humanizing storytelling aspect of it by, capturing these austere environments and translating the meaning of that through, your emotional landscape in a way that connects with people, that makes them feel like, as I said at the outset, like I feel connected to you because of your ability to storytell in that way.